Hello and welcome to Alacrity Fits You Challenge Theater. Once again, this time we're going to look at the KRAK attack. That's right, the KRAK multi-person single persistent challenge. Here's my entry. What we have here is the Porthos Moon Rover. It forms the central portion of my part of the challenge. I will be taking this thing to the moon in search of the perfect picture and the perfect landing site for future moon missions. It is a wonderful little device. Spinning over the top here. Take a look at it. It is a thing of beauty. Seats facing in each direction. Those rockets are only for testing. They won't be on the final model. Got multiple communications. 2 low gain and 1 high gain ComSat. 6 wheels for a little extra stability, and the middle wheels are actually placed a little bit outside of where the front and back wheels are. I found that to be a lot more stable. Take one last spin around it, and there it goes. There's Jebediah checking out his ride. For those of you who like to see a little bit of action going on, this is me testing the what we call the crane lander in stock, but this is actually a outboard engine lander. It was a little hard to control and get set up, but I'm pretty pleased with my design. 4 light, the mini skippers for thrust up and down, and I was able to take off and land on Kerbal, so I figure it will be a pretty easy landing on the moon. And here I am landing. Pop! Bounce a little on the wheels. Finally, the crane removal system. Pop! And off it goes. So there it is. That's the Porthos Moon Rover. Let's take a look at the rest of my care package that I'll be sending to the moon for this little adventure. This is all brought to you by Kerbal. That's right, Kerbal, better time in space. So here it is. The Three Musketeer mission package in all of its glory. You'll see there a probe, a rover, and a manned lander. My mission prospect is I have to get to the moon, take a picture that will inspire other people to go to the moon, and then find a place to land. And I plan on putting a flag down. Here we go. This is the Aramis communications probe. It occurred to me that while I have an unmanned rover that has seats on it as well, I might need some way to communicate with the unmanned part while it's on the moon, so I decided I would make a communication satellite that would orbit the moon after I've left, so if the guys back at Kerbal headquarters need to get in contact with the rover, they can without having to have somebody there. Next we have the Porthos rover, which we've already looked at quite a bit, but I'm going to take one last spin around it. It's the center section of the thing. There's its sky crane. And finally, we have the Athos lunar lander. The Athos is a 2-man lander set for land and total removal. It won't be leaving anything behind. And then it'll separate once it gets into low Kerbal orbit and crash to the atmosphere, just like every good lander should. Well, that's the Three Musketeers, the initial lunar mission package. Now it's time for the D'Artagnan. This is the D'Artagnan Heavy Lifter. I'll call it a 3.5 stage, multiple SRB stage. Heavy lifter for getting into Kerb in orbit and deploying the payload to lunar injections. You've got 4 stages. First and second stage both have SRBs. Well, the third stage is a low-powered rocket for pushing out to Kerb and escape, and then an even smaller rocket for lunar capsule. It is over 300 tons. It is a thing of beauty, and I'm looking forward to taking it up. So look forward to the finale when I actually post the mission results. Thanks for watching.